My name is Pierre. I'm a writer, a social worker, and a poet primarily. And I'm Haitian. I was born in Haiti, and I grew up in America, primarily New York and Harlem, right around here. And I love being in Harlem. It has such a rich history that I appreciate in terms of the artists. But my work is primarily with children's rights, children and families. I work with the state of New York. I've been working there for many years as an advocate for women's rights, children's rights, domestic violence, runaway homeless youth, foster care youth. That's basically what I do. I think I started writing when I was in high school, but seriously writing, I started to write seriously probably my freshman year in college, when I was really, I was in a car accident, and after that I felt my writing started developing. So I was about 18. Seriously saying and acknowledging that I'm a poet or a writer, I don't think that came till much later. Because you write a lot and you're always questioning, am I really a writer? Just because I'm writing something down? Or when are you comfortable enough to say, yes, I'm a writer, yes, I'm a poet? I take inspiration from a lot of places. I always say that I'm sort of a vessel of the word. And that means that, so the word can come in any instance. It could be something I hear in a religious area. It could be something political. It could be some emotions, something I'm watching that generates an emotion, and I'm trying to sort of capture that moment in time, in as few phrases as possible. So I spend a lot of time getting, sort of feeling moved by something. And it could be political, it could be something I observe. I think as a writer, you're an observer of society and a reader. So it could be something I'm reading that I think is important. Lately, I've been writing more about the political things that are happening. I mean, I've always done that, but I majored in political science in college, so I do write a lot about politics. My response to political decisions or war, environmental issues are one of my passions, about what's happening with extinction in terms of different animals. So those are the things that inspire me: the planet, environment, people, a society, how we can make things better. So those are the things that sort of like the word tells me to write about. I'm a spiritual person, so I write about that too. My feelings just opposed to God and how that, how that stands in the world. And so, and then I spend time editing. So because the word comes out, but it's not in a form that is clear. So I'm looking for clarity and precision, because you don't have a lot of space when you're writing poetry. I would say, how we're doing like 5 reasons, things of that nature, that's very popular on IG now, 5 things you want to know as a writer. And having been a person who's written quite a bit, probably not published as much as I've written, I think that one of the things I would say is listen to the word. What is it saying? What is inspiring? What is moving? Make a commitment to write. and follow what the word is telling you. If it's saying, if you see something is wrong in the world, you're sort of like, I think as a poet, you have a duty, I suppose, to object. And your objection, and your tool is your pen. Or these days it's your phone. Or you can take notes on there. So I would say, write, find something that if it's an objectionable, write about that. Write about what you're feeling personally and how you're interacting in the world. I would say don't give up, because writing can be it's a solitary art form sometimes. Don't give up, interact with other people. Don't listen to your voice all the time only. I would also say that speak the word, because when you're writing it and you're reading it with your eyes, it's one way. But when you hear it, or you hear others say it, it takes on a different dimension. And it helps you with editing. You could see where the mistakes are, where the pauses and the tones are. So I would say that you need to do that. You need to interact with other writers who are writing. Do a lot of workshops, go to conferences. And if you have a book in you, don't be discouraged in terms of getting your book out. Follow what the word is telling you, and think about your construction, what you're putting down. Definitely study, research, because you don't want to just say something that, yes, the word will tell you and you are the vessel of producing those words, but there are themes and things that you want to construct that requires you to do some research. I'm going to start with just a little background about who is Jane. Jane is a poem that I wrote. It's a feminist poem that it's a series. Jane is a series of poems that I've been writing about women in general and the conditions that they find themselves in society. This is a very powerful poem. It's a very emotionally moving poem. Who is Jane? You know Jane, that girl from the Dick and Jane of those kitty books? She's normal, not mouthy and ambitious, straightforward, not demurely contriving for Prince Charming. She's beautiful, straight-haired, not a kinky curl in sight, skinny size, exercising weekly so the critics will insure her and not say, "You did this to yourself, oh gluttony." You know Jane, the virgin, Tarzan's woman, a British damsel on High Street, and a jungle queen in make-believe Africa. Jane crossing state lines for a new life, to be a wife, an end to life that wasn't there yet for forfeit to save her life from the rape of life, the chain gang knife, wielding strife that almost ended Jane's life. That unknown girl with the pearl earring and swirling hips who chanted and chatted with that gas-like trick when she could have had her pick of the nice boys next door. Jane Doe, who everyone saw but no one knew until we found her on St. Andrews Avenue. That's Jane.